In 2013, when the Earth's rotation came to a halt,
Last year.
the world called on the one man who could
it.
make a difference. When it happened again,
Oh no!
the world called on him once more. And
Nobody
one
saw
it
it
coming.
coming.
3 more.
What?
Times!
How often can the world
No.
stop?
The one man who made
guy
a difference
who made the difference
5 times before
million times before. Guess what?
is about to make a difference again. Only this time,
This time it's different.
it's different.
Interns!
Who let the preacher
Welcome to the Jason Domenico podcast!
Get back, motherfucker! You don't know me like that! Get back, motherfucker! You don't know me like that! Oh no!
Make me happy.
So wrong!
Buddhist Wet and Bust a Nut Bar. Available at concessions now.
I want to bust a nut bar.
I know Chris Angel,
Mind Freak, David Blaine,
Trapjaw, horse shit jumping up here. That motherfucker's dead.
Please don't hurt me!
That's as he's getting caned.
Please don't hurt me!
I had to do it.
What you getting at with your book script? Spit that shit out, man!
Shit out, man! Just had to put it one more time.
Mom will take care of Jack a lot! How many more sleeps before she wakes up again?
Welcome everybody to the Jason Domenico podcast.
Episode 40.
Here we go again.
We did.
Again.
Fucking 41. This is off the charts already, the energy in here.
We are honoring Tropic
What
Thunder.
are we honoring?
Tropic Thunder. Let's just say, but right off the top here, man.
You're going to hear a politically incorrect word retard used. We all know Simple Jack is a character in Tropic Thunder.
Yes, played by Tug Speedman.
So they say retard a lot. We all acknowledge that that is politically incorrect.
Fucked up.
Special needs.
It's fucked up.
But today, let's just get the word out of the way.
Knock it out.
Dustin Hoffman, Rayman, look retarded, act retarded. Not
retarded.
No, he's
Count
not.
two picks, cheated cards. Autistic.
Yeah.
Sure.
Maybe.
Not retarded.
That's a point of
retarded.
view.
Tom Hanks, Forrest
Point of
Gump.
view.
Slow, yes, retarded, maybe. Braces on his leg. He charmed the pants off next to him. They won a ping pong competition.
Shit.
That ain't retarded. He was a goddamn war hero. You know any retarded war heroes?
I don't.
Not
You
really.
went full retard, man.
Oh,
Never go full retard.
never go full retard.
Lincoln Osiris.
Real passion is my hobby.
Really? What's that?
I work with retards.
Isn't that a little politically incorrect?
Oh, with that, no one's gonna tell me who I can and can't work with, right?
That's a recovery, man.
That's a mystery
mystery
clip
clip.
right up front, man. We gotta keep it fresh.
And layers ties into the theme and the politically incorrectness.
Why you God largely feel, man? Why you God largely feel, man?
This is chapter 4 here somewhere, and any Will Ferrell character can stop by
Yeah.
any time.
I can't imagine who's going to come by this podcast this time. It's like,
Will Ferrell for president! Welcome to the goodie room. I know how you like the goodies.
Yes, Grossman. Big dick swinging, you get a G5 airplane.
No more frequent flyer bitch miles for you. Playa.
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 Got some money, playa.
Playa. This podcast is rated PG-13
For fuck.
and super duper fun. You must listen to it at
Sounds
maximum volume because it's a rock and roll podcast.
Jason Domenico is the Rocky Horror of podcasts.
Group participation.
Dang it.
Dang it! Like, what? If you're a new listener, don't freak out.
Dang it.
All you need is an open heart, a good sense of humor. If you like the paranormal and some horror,
Dang it.
dang it!
Dang it. Domenico is a recording artist who I talked
Yes.
into doing this podcast because I wanted to bring out her joy, her love, and her laugh. You can't describe laugh, you gotta hear it on a podcast.
Take them beans! Take them beans!
That's it. That's one of many, many laughs in the joy of Domenico. Most podcasts are just like interviews. They talk to people. You took this vehicle and developed it into something I couldn't even conceive of. There's a movie theme. There's highlights. There's fan interactions. Everything. This is amazing.
We got alter egos because we blast off to Planet Tomac, which is Camelot backwards. We have group participation. Why? I'll tell you why. Every time you participate, you are making an investment to keep your inner child alive. And we're all about positive energy here.
Boom!
Boom! Oh, my fucking ear!
I rest my case. Domenico doesn't do anything half-assed.
No, I like the whole ass. I know you like the goodies. Oh my God. The playa. There's the playa Inception train. Playa. Blast off to Planet Tomac. Transport.
We're here.
Yeah, with the fur. Yeah, the whole club's looking at her. She hit the floor. Next thing you know, shorty got
These are chairs dancing, man.
Start playing the drinking game now.
Drink up interns, we already are.
Welcome to Planet Tomac. One more time, she hit the floor. Next thing you know, shorty got low. I got low. Welcome to the goodie room.
Playa Goodie Room, we're still here.
Welcome to Planet Tomac.
The land of goodies.
You can be your alter ego like Dungeons and Dragons.
You get special magical powers like Harry Potter and Twilight.
I am Queen D. Morpheus the Siren.
Nice. I am WT Wizard the Shapeshifter. My hoverboard.
I welcome all Vernonites bronies because we do believe that friendship is magic. Trekkers, legend trippers, GAC family, everybody's welcome. If you believe in love, do you believe in
Interns,
love?
yes.
Player.
Big dick swinging player.
We all have free health care here. And Will
Yes.
Ferrell is president, Cam Brady is VP, and Johnny Knoxville is the mayor.
All right.
Oh, hell yeah!
You guys know what to do. Very good.
So you
very
know
good.
this is a fun planet. Tomac is Camelot backwards, where everything is free and fabulous and we all love each other. That's Jack Ferry, our tour guide here on Planet Tomac. We have mythological fairies flying around. He's the king and he takes us from one topic to the next. My old dogs got older because they had a birthday. They are here and they get magical powers.
magical
too.
powers.
My 13-year-old pug Lola
Yes.
turns into the zombie pug fairy. Go get chicken, baby.
That's all she wants.
All she wants is chicken, man.
She's
It's
a
all
hunter.
about the chicken. That leaves my 15-year-old grumpy
amazing.
Shih Tzu Shakespeare.
The older they get, the meaner they are.
That motherfucker's mean enough already. He gets a voice. He
He's
likes
looking
to
up.
talk. That's right. What do you want to say right now, Shakespeare?
Hey, silencio!
Oh, he's taking Spanish.
Silence! You think this is funny?
I do.
Oh, sit the fuck down, freaking down, motherfucker. Thug life, bitch.
It's the music. He's bringing out
man.
Shaky's inner thug.
Putting it.
Player.
Goodbye, Mama. Now you can have ice cream in heaven.
Well, we're
Feels
going to
wrong.
hell.
Feels
Now you can have ice cream in heaven.
That's from our theme today, Tropic Thunder. That's Simple Jack.
Captain Simplejack.
Lost in the jungle, Captain Simple Jack.
As Jack Ferry, our tour guide here on Planet Tomac, he says it's time to move to the first topic.
That'll be better before we struck with lightning here.
Now you can have ice cream in heaven.
One, two,
Wait,
three.
wait, wait. One, two, three. Ouija boards.
What?
Boards and stories.
Ouija boards. Since Ouija boards are so popular, Ouija. I used to say Ouija,
What
but
is
then
it?
I was corrected as Ouija.
It's Ouija.
So I'm saying Ouija, but a lot of people say Ouija. Ghost Adventures say Ouija, so who the fuck knows? Anyway, so I'm used to saying Ouija now. So we had told listeners a while back about the mill upstate. It's my stepfather's place. He's a brilliant architect.
Right, and there was
and
the
it was
idea-
it was an old sawmill,
Yeah.
and he's built it into this really cool, amazing looking treehouse thing. Not a treehouse. Somebody broke into that place when it was an old abandoned sawmill and hung themselves. So we had been talking about maybe we should just go there with some equipment and actually try to get some EVPs, because I'm afraid up there. I know it's the spot right on top of the stairs. There's the dude. I see
That's
him.
where the beam
I
is.
see him in my mind's eye, right? And it's
Right.
the original beam
Right.
that my stepdad kept there.
You might as well have the fucking rope hanging
Yeah,
there, you know?
so you and I once decided, hey, let's try to talk to this guy. So
Mm-hmm.
we made our own Ouija, because with me, it didn't matter what you made. You could could use a glass,
Right.
nothing, and it
Right.
would work. Because your reasoning with me was, hey, let's do that, and you'll see that this guy probably isn't scary.
Right. It's a really bad idea.
All right, so
It's-
we talk to somebody who says it's the guy. We
Poor logic.
ask him what his name is.
Right.
And here I go. I'm getting a goose pimple.
His
he
answer
says
was
DOA.
DOA.
Get the fuck out of here! Oh my God.
What?
And then we're like, then I'm like, okay, we got to say goodbye. And
This
I
guy's
always
an
close
asshole.
the circles.
Right.
We kept doing the board.
Right.
And then got something else. And it was a different pattern. And then it started spelling out ha, 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 ha. And that's what happened at the Demon House investigation. And when we saw that, we're like, oh my God, ha, ha, ha.
This guy's a fucker. He's evil and he's
Yeah.
fucking with us.
All right, so the podcast listeners, after we told this story, was like, hey, you're going to go up there? Because explain to them again. It's wood, old wood.
Right.
It's
Old
on a
wood.
waterfall because it was a working sawmill.
Right.
So there's running water
Limestone.
and rocks.
And rocks. So that's every
Suicide.
Every element that you could possibly have has that place energized and charged and open. It's
After
gone.
the
Yeah,
Zozo
no way.
demon investigation, I'm like, that's it. I mean, I
No
know I've
fucking
said
way.
I'll never do it again, but I will never do that again. And
Yeah.
Lorraine Warren is right. I did get away with it.
Yeah.
I didn't get away with it in Amityville as a child. If you're a new listener,
Yeah.
that's where I first did the Ouija board.
Right.
I don't even want to ever talk about it again.
Let's just leave it because
Okay.
that's keeping that energy and that
Right.
situation alive, and there's no reason to.
I need to say this
Right.
several times when we did the Ouija, that planchette was going back and forth and back and forth, and
Yeah.
it didn't even dawn on me to really look at what it's saying.
It
I
just felt like
I
nonsense.
just no right, yeah, but it was strong, and I
Right.
just didn't like it,
Yeah.
But hey, if this is like some kind of phenomenon, the Zozo demon phenomenon, I don't even like saying it. I'll just
Right.
call it Z demon.
Z-demon.
I'm happy that I didn't try to figure out.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, what is it spelling? I was just like, I don't fucking care. This is
buddy.
just,
Hey, buddy,
hey,
how's it
buddy, how's it going? And I'm always like, go over the goodbye. You must leave my house in Jesus' name. Safe journeys. Adios.
And I like Vicky, and she likes me back. And she showed me the movies, and I like them too.
That's
It's a mystery clip. Hey, let's get real, okay? Let me just get real with myself for a moment. Of course, all the times I did the board, it's impossible to think that I never came across the rainbow effect, right,
right.
Darren Evans?
Right.
Because,
The Z
okay,
demon.
yeah, but I never bothered to spell it out. I'm quite sure of it. I was like, okay, Zio. Like, I just realized it was gibberish. It was strong, but I just took it as, hey, I'm not this ain't communicating, and I made sure to close the board.
You just knew it was bad.
I just knew it was
Yeah.
bad and it wasn't making sense. So, yes, let me be honest with myself right now and be
Right.
like, several times, but I never communicated with it.
You got away with it.
I got away with it,
Right,
just
right.
like Lorraine Warren said.
Yeah.
I got away with it.
No.
No?
It's simple as pie, man. You plant your feet to the ground, you look square in the eyes, and you say, hey, baby, you and me's going on a date.
That's the end of the story. I use that all the
A
time.
nutless monkey can do your job. Now go get drunk and
Take all the
take
credit.
credit at all the parties.
Why you still doing this chicken George shit? I have no idea.
Neither do I.
It's beyond me.
It's beyond me.
You confused.
I'm a little confused.
I know.
But are we cool?
Interns?
Not really.
That's from our theme today, Tropic Thunder.
I was going to say, there's Simple Jack. There's Jack Ferry, our tour guide. He said it's time to move on. Where we
Move on.
Say it for me one time.
You mama, no!
Make me happy.
Happy.
Love you, buddy.
Love you, buddy.
Later, man.
Where are we
Bye,
going
buddy.
now, Jack
Later,
Ferry?
buddy.
These are our ghost adventures.
Yeah! GAC! GAC!
There are things in
GAC!
this world that we will never fully understand.
Understand! I think you know where we're going, everybody. Season 10, the Zozo Demon Lockdown.
I don't like this house.
There's something here with me right now.
I really believe that my husband was possessed by this demon.
Look, it's moving. It's real, isn't it, Darren? Oh, it's real.
It's real, Darren.
You just spelled kill. It's here. I got a bad feeling, man.
There's someone in here with me.
I got a bad feeling this one's fast.
Bad feeling.
Throughout history, many cultures have been plagued by versions of the Zozo demon. In the last decade,
So
there have
scary.
been multiple reports of spirit boards spelling out the name Zozo. The entity that is summoned can inflict severe physical and psychological damage.
Sign us up.
We're here in Oklahoma City to investigate a house where Zozo was unleashed through a spirit board.
Hey, Darren.
We're here to call out a demon.
They're driving. They're happy as shit about going to see a true demon.
They're driving, and Nick is saying how crazy this is. Like, come on, man! I just got demons off
We
of
are
me.
on our way to a house where a man used a spirit talking board.
Darren.
And what came through this board has tormented his life. This is a real demon, a real evil spirit. This is Zozo.
You know, I'm very conflicted about saying the name over and over. And I kind of am calling it Z Demon.
Right, just to
because
shorten it.
But you're saying Zozo. You keep saying it. Everybody's saying it and writing it and texting it, you know? And I can't help but thinking, right, that's giving it more and more power.
Every time you say it.
Right, so we're saying it anyway.
I got rid of that negative energy. I got it off of me. But now we're opening the up again?
Because we have to. We always have to take this deeper. It's like playing truth or dare amongst ourselves. We're daring each other to go deeper, deeper, and deeper. We're going to call upon Zozo.
They're the best.
That deserves another full chant. That's so tough, man.
Right, we're introduced to Darren Evans, who is the homeowner.
And you are in direct contact with him on Facebook and on Twitter.
That would be direct, yeah. And he's a nice guy.
He's a super nice
Just had
guy, man.
another kid, so congratulations,
Yes,
Darren.
congratulations.
I'll give you a shout out in the shout out section.
I can't believe that he had the balls to come back to the house where he was possessed and do the exact same thing that
Yeah.
caused him trouble before.
I don't know, man. Is that brave or just crazy? Darren, brave or crazy? I think a little bit of both, and we respect it all.
Right on.
Thanks for giving us an amazing lockdown. This is easily one of my favorite GAC episodes, and that's saying a lot.
I mean, season 10 has been
Off
unbelievable.
the charts. When we're doing
Right.
we're doing this. We're going to do Island of the Dolls. We're going to
Queen
do
Mary.
Queen Mary, and oh my God, the Halloween special.
Yes.
Celtic Demons. That was so incredible. I'm watching it. My hands are kind of over my eyes, like I'm watching a horror movie. I'm like, this is the best.
It's the real fucking deal.
What do you think Zozo is?
I think it's an ancient force. I believe it's demonic. There's the Mayan cult of Zotes. There's the Zo people of Burma. There's the voodoo connection where Zo actually means shaman in the ancient West African
There's
voodoo.
so many different.
There's so many connections, and it's always very evil.
I'm out of here, Spumoni.
I'm out of here, Spumoni, too.
Just throughout history, it's just been bad. No matter what period of time, it's just fucking bad.
So Zach is interviewing Darren, and then he finds his wife, Kathleen, pacing around, and she was upset.
Yeah, she's
you
in a
could
lot of
feel her
distress.
fear.
The person that was looking at me was not Darren. It was this evil entity.
Coming through him?
Yes. And I believe it was Zozo.
You believe it was who?
Zozo?
She didn't want to go in there, and
No.
then she's like, "Hey, man, can we pray first?" I was like, "Yes,
That's the-
yes,
that's the
a
smartest
great
idea. It's your best
They
help.
head into the house, and Darren starts to explain how they used to hear this sound coming up and down the stairs.
Right.
And as he's explaining this, they hear a noise in the other room.
I go to investigate this sound that all of us hear. Then, as if something is toying with us.
Do you hear that? It sounds like footstep upstairs.
As if something, you know it's
I'm
a
like,
Z
damn,
demon.
they're barely in the house,
Right.
and shit's going down already.
They just convinced Kathleen to come in, and the shit's already going wrong. And Darren starts to tell them about a safe room that he had in the house. And you're like, wait. This is a normal residential house.
I'm all for
He's got a
safe rooms. I
room?
want a safe room too. When you have to have a safe room for paranormal reasons,
Right.
that's pretty bad. Things
Yeah.
are pretty serious. So when he was in the safe room, he hears his daughter yelling.
I saw her at the bottom of the stairs. It lifted and carried off her feet. I bolted down the stairs as quickly as I could, and by the time I turned the corner, she was gone, and I could hear her in the basement screaming.
Did this demon pick her up and take her down to the basement?
Something did.
The whole time he's telling this story, Zach is like pacing. His face, his
Yeah.
expression, he's like, what? Like both of us right now, you and I both put our hand on our foreheads like, oh
this
my
is as
God.
bad as you think it is. It's just as bad as it sounds.
Darren tells a story about a woman named Courtney upstairs who went blind for like an hour, right?
Just from the Ouija, just from getting Zozo on there.
my
Eyes
God.
went white, blind.
Ever since I came on this property, it's almost f***ing with my head. I'm hearing over here like growls, but then it's like, is it my head or is it actually happening? I don't understand like what's going on. Whoa. This f***ing door just look, it's opening.
Does it open by itself? Did it do it by itself?
There's no air currents. Nothing else is moving. No fans, no air conditioner.
You know.
Is something in this house taunting us?
Yes.
Like a spider with a fly in its web?
Yes, Spumoni, and it had to go to the bathroom because they're talking about the bathroom door. We're introduced to TJ Marshall, who's the handyman. I liked him a lot because he kept it real, man. Zach's trying to explain shit to me. He's like, I don't care to hear that.
Let's just skip the demon part. Just
Zach
get
was
to
going to
it.
use him for an experiment on the stairs.
What I'm gonna do, TJ, basically I'm using you as a piece of bait. And
We can skip that part, probably.
okay. Oh, I'm sorry.
I've never heard that before. That's awesome. Can we just skip this?
If I holler or anything like that, you're gonna come in here, right?
Yeah, we'll come in and help you
It's
out.
like, can you help me if I holler?
I liked him because he's sitting on the stairs and he's like, listen, give me a sign if that's
Right.
you, if you want me out of here. And then you see him. He feels something. He's like, all right, I'm out of here.
He's right,
now,
right.
TJ would survive in a horror movie.
Right, that's
That's
the
what
smart
you
thing.
do. You're like, got it. I'm out of here.
As soon as I sit down, I feel an icy cold static type
course you
charge
do.
envelop my right arm.
I'm surprised when he walked in, he didn't hear, Zach,
Hi, Zach.
what's up, bro?
Welcome.
I did your laundry for you. We're going to be hanging out for a long time. Nick brings Zach a metal meter, and then the battery on Zach's wireless microphone dies.
Right.
Just like mine did the second we got into Lorraine Warren's Occult Museum. Boom, my whole shit. Why did we rent all that stuff? I had to wire it up. It was in my bag.
Right.
It was very uncomfortable, and it died. I don't think it worked once.
No, it just died instantly.
Oh my God, you feel that?
Whoa.
Did you
I got the chills going through my body. Yeah. Just
This
chills going
meter?
through my body.
Keeps going 1.0, 1.0, 1.1, 1.0. That's ZO.
That is so crazy.
There's
Get
so
the
many
fuck
ways to
out of
say his
here.
name.
Zach has a nightmare that night. He called a local healer to do a cleansing.
In this dream, I can't even say it, what I was doing to people. And I knew that I was possessed. Is that just coincidence?
Interns, is that a coincidence?
No! Oh, hell no!
I would wake up, and do you know how you get a song stuck in your head
Yes.
and you can't sleep?
Yes,
I
do.
I'm not even gonna say it, I had ZO stuck in my head. I couldn't get that out of my mind, Nick.
It's not even a
God.
song. That's just a horrible
That's
situation.
a new song.
Zio.
I don't even want to say it. Z-Demon.
We don't want to give it power. So now all the boys get a cleansing from the local healer.
Yeah, we don't want to give it any more power. That's why I'm honoring it in the podcast.
Talking about it for 20 minutes.
First, they get a cleansing, which I want one of those because what she was saying to do is what Lorraine Warren told me
Right.
to do.
The crew goes to meet with Robert Murch, who's a Ouija board authority. They sit down and talk with him, and he tells them
You
that
respect my authority.
he tells them that people send him Ouija boards that Z-Demon has come across, have
crazy.
possessed, and they're like, we don't want it. Here, you take it. And he takes them in. He collects possessed Ouija boards.
It's kind of like the Warrens and their museum. They just take
Yeah.
the shit, and it's safer with them than it is out in the world.
God bless
So I get
them.
it. I
Is
get
it true that there's other people that have come into contact with Zozo through a talking board and have been sexually assaulted?
Yes, one of the boards that I have was from a guy named Scott. He felt like he was repeatedly raped after making contact with this Zozo.
How did you know this was Zozo? Did it come through as
It came
ZOZ?
through as COCO.
Terrifying.
I don't think people who play with Ouija boards ever even conceive of not just getting spiritually haunted or
Yeah.
possessed, but being sexually and physically taken over.
Ghost Adventures made it clear that they are telling everybody how dangerous it
Yeah.
is to do the board. And Darren Evans, the same thing. He's trying to educate everybody on the Z-Demon phenomenon, and don't do it. So
It's very dangerous.
right after the podcast, we're all going to do the Ouija. I'm just kidding.
So they go to the room where Darren was possessed,
Yeah.
and they start to work on the Ouija board.
All right, you ready, Kathleen? You ready, Darren? You ready, Aaron? Yep. Let's do this.
No, it sounds like he said no. I know he didn't say no, but it sounds like he said no.
It's checking around the room.
Nick and Darren start doing the board, and they hear footsteps coming up the stairs. Let's hear what that sounds like.
All right.
Get the fuck out of here. And Nick knows it. Nick's like, I feel electricity. Someone just came up the
Right.
stairs. He said it feels like somebody jumped into his body.
Sounds just like someone walking up the fucking stairs coming right at him.
Spumoni.
Did whatever just come up the stairs now enter the room and come through Nick? Adding to this possibility, we also capture a disturbing EVP on our digital recorder right in the middle of this series of unexplained events.
The EVP is, you're cold.
I feel.
Cold.
All right,
yeah,
so
he was cold.
What does that mean, really?
It means he's cold.
So Kathleen is now starting to cough and get upset, and she has to leave the room, and then she leaves the house
I would leave
altogether.
the house too.
She's smart.
Kathleen, I'd be right with you. There's banging going on in the other room, and the planchette starts to move a little.
What is your name? Z.
No, Harley, I'm not even.
O. Z. O.
Jesus.
Oh, the leg just fell off.
That just freaked me
Dude,
out.
that's the clear sign. That's the rainbow effect, man. That's when Zozo comes. That's what it does. It goes Z-O, Z-O in a rainbow-like fashion. It's here.
And there's no pot of gold at the end of this rainbow.
No, it's only demon.
What we are all unaware of is that at this exact moment, while Zozo comes through the spirit board, coincidentally outside the house, something is happening to Darren's wife, Kathleen, and she herself is completely unaware of what is happening inside with Zozo making its entrance.
All right, let me break this down.
A lot of shit happens here.
Darren says it's here. That's when Kathleen comes in. They hear somebody come in, like, who is it? Kathleen. Now you can see the way she walks in and the way she says Kathleen, and Nick's like, hey, man, that didn't sound like
that
her.
is not even close
it
to being
feels
her.
like something evil is coming. And she appears in the doorway.
Yeah.
Listen, man, she looked at Darren and said, are you ready?
Fuck!
That
Come
fucked
on.
me. Are you ready? Her belt buckle's undone. Darren's like, is your belt buckle?
She got no shoes
Is your
on.
pants? Yeah. She walks in and everyone's like, damn, something smells bad. Now, you know that's demons.
Right.
Kathleen feels sick. Darren's like, hey, we just got the rainbow effect going on, so we can't have these interruptions.
Z-Demon just came through, and she looks at him, she's like, yeah, I know.
I know. I know. What? It's like, what do you mean I know? I know. Darren wants to get to the bottom of it. She's like, he
Everybody.
told me to come back in here.
We learned earlier from world-renowned Ouija expert Robert Murch that Zozo the Demon is notorious for sexual assaults on the living. At the exact time that Zozo begins coming through the spirit board, Darren's wife claims to have been affected sexually outside, and she is even unaware that her pants are undone when she walks into the room. What's even stranger is that Nick feels a spirit come through him, and he also has a premonition that Darren's wife is being affected before she comes back inside.
I felt really bad for her. She looked at Darren. He was extra sexual this time. He wanted to see my chest.
Poor girl, man.
The empathy was just pouring out of me.
Smells like rotting flesh.
It smells like rotting flesh.
What happened now, guys? D got a tweet on Extra Pulses.
On the Zozo Demon Extra Pulses. All right, here's my tweet they
Say it,
used.
D.
I know what it means when you smell sulfur on a Ghost Adventures lockdown. It means demons! Hashtag GSC family!
At this moment, I am very concerned for Darren's wife, Kathleen. She is a totally different person from when we started this investigation.
Oh, you're in the Ouija board. Is this the doorway? Is that the doorway to come into our world?
And it says yes. Fuck. Kathleen's whimpering and crying, and then she leaves. And as she leaves, she says, fuck this
And
house.
I will rain down on a godly fucking firestorm upon you. You're gonna have to call the fucking United Nations and get a fucking binding resolution to keep me from fucking destroying you. I am talking scorched earth, motherfucker. I will massacre you. I will fuck you up!
That's from our theme today, Tropic
Les
Thunder.
Grossman, and I'm sure that's how Kathleen felt inside.
We're helping her say what she wanted to say.
Zozo is now openly communicating through the spirit board and causing Kathleen to behave erratically. As I make my way downstairs to make sure Kathleen's okay, it's
so
like I
bad
get
for
wrapped
her.
up in some strange emotional cobwebs, and for some reason, I don't want to leave the house.
You know
It's
that
hard to
feeling.
move.
There's something down here. What are you?
He sits down in a chair downstairs. Nick and Darren are upstairs doing the board. They hear 3 knocks, which is the mocking of the Trinity, and then get an EVP that we can't really make out what it says. So we'll play the 3 knocks and then play the mystery EVP clip. Come on.
hell is
Right?
that?
Knock, knock, knock.
Knock, knock, knock. I'm a demon.
So there's definitely a voice there. We just don't know what it says. If you do, then put it on my blog at domenicoartist.com. Nick asked the board, do you see Zach downstairs? It says yes. And the next question is really scary.
Are you actually a spirit? Or is there something more sinister here?
It goes right to yes.
While I feel that whatever entity is here keeps bouncing from person to person, all I can do is be a spiritual fighter and try to block this energy. And as we all
He's a
decide to go
champ.
outside to check on Kathleen, we make a disturbing discovery. Darren's wife is missing. She's nowhere to be found and has no cell phone on her. Aaron and I decide to help Darren cover the streets looking for her. Meanwhile, back at Nerve Center, Nick, Billy, and Jay begin hearing someone inside the empty house, banging and sliding things around.
Nick goes back in alone. Way to take one for the team, Nick.
Stay strong.
Darren brought his wife. She's complaining about being sexually assaulted by ZOZO and was talking to him, and she's lost.
Nobody wants
this
to
is not
say
the part
it.
of town where you want to be walking around late at night.
Nobody wants to say Zozo, so we say Z-O-Z-O, or we're
or
saying Z-Demon. But listen, people, we're all saying
There's
it.
someone in here with me.
Ow! Why you go like me? Feel man.
Simple Jack.
Wait some up, the Najane, the Gigi.
What?
Wait some up, the Najane, the Gigi.
It's just gibberish, people.
Welcome to our theme today, Tropic Thunder.
Just as Nick begins feeling something in there with him, his audio through the wired boom mic has strange interference, and the neighborhood dogs suddenly begin to howl.
This is so creepy. Listen.
Weird in here, guys. The animals know.
Holy shit.
Weird in here, guys.
Fucking sounds like a Halloween tape.
The dogs
Oh my
outside of the house
God.
know what's going on with the evil inside. With
Nick, you're a
Z-Demon.
champ, man.
By himself.
Luckily, Darren found Kathleen. She's fine. He took her back to the hotel. And
all
then
good.
Darren comes back to the house. Way to go,
He
Darren.
wants to do another round, and now he joins up with Jay
All
to
right,
go
because-
upstairs and do the
because
board.
Jay has an experience with the Z-Demon
A
10
bad
years ago. That's
experience.
crazy.
It was over 10 years ago, and it actually came through a dagger into my friend, who actually tried to stab me in the throat. And I was using all my force to hold him back, and he just snapped out of it, full tears, crying, had no idea what was going on. And I haven't touched a board since.
Well, touch it tonight.
He's doing it again.
He's facing a fear, which is
Yeah.
the 6th rule of Glam Dream
That's
Pop.
right.
There's 3 things you're afraid of.
That's right. Go on,
I think
Jay.
I did all 3 of them on September 20th
Yes.
at the Occult Museum. Now it's Jay and Darren on the board. A series of events are about to happen. Jay asks Z-Demon, "What did you try to do to me?" And it spells out, kill.
We hear the loudest banging noises from here at Nerve Center. And what's more terrifying is that we can actually feel the vibrations. They are also captured on the Basement X camera. There is no explanation for these noises.
This is rough.
What? That's crazy. Imagine hearing that in the basement.
That is something walking around heavy-footed in the
The
basement.
board says Z-O, and then another bang upstairs. Darren's like, "Is that you?" It says yes.
And a bang.
All 3 of them are getting chills. Jay asks, "Where will you show yourself?" Oh my God. It spells out Nick G, goodbye, and then a bang. There seems to be a bang after every, like, "Is that you?" Bang. What are you going to do? Bang.
He answers in like bang, answers bang,
Bang.
just to make sure you know this fucker is powerful.
Bang, bang, bang.
Stay in there, Nick. It said your name.
You come in here.
It's connecting to you. Why would you leave?
Do you want Nick to leave?
Says no.
It doesn't want you to leave. It said no.
Yeah, I don't care what it says.
I don't care what it says.
That's the right response. Nick.
What's crazy to me is over the radio, Zach asks a question. "Who are you?" Darren spelling out Z-O-Z-O. And the whole time they're saying things like, "Show yourself."
It just spelled Zozo with 20 letters. When you put 2 and 0 next to each other, it resembles Z-O. You want to kill Nick?
Are you talking through Zach?
I don't know why you keep throwing that on me, Nick. I'm just asking a question.
No, you're throwing it on me, dude. You're
Yeah.
throwing it all on me. You want to kill Nick? You want to come after Nick?
Your
You wanna
name
get
is
Nick?
coming through.
Hold on, guys.
That's all you're doing, man.
Guys, this is what he wants. He's laughing at you right now. He's going, ha, 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 ha.
Oh my God.
Come back, Nick. Get out of there.
No, it's all right. I'm staying here now.
Now I'm staying here. If you have ever had a board go ha-ha at you, and WT Wizard and I have, as you know,
Up at the
it's
mill, man.
terrible.
It
ha, ha. Who the fuck knows who we were talking to then?
You just feel surrounded by evil when you see that.
Interesting how Nick and Zach are going at it. Planchette starts going in circles, and Darren is chanting.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone's
man.
asking me, like, what was he doing? Because then when he's done, he's like, oh, I'm disoriented. You know,
Right.
like I thought I was going to seize out.
Right, he wasn't
and,
there,
Yeah, and
but
he's
he
like,
came back.
I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm ready to stop, guys. So people are
Spumoni.
asking me, ask Darren what he was saying. I didn't ask Darren, but if you're listening, Darren, what were you saying? They're all ready to stop. And from Nerve Center, they're like, close the circle. Don't leave, guys.
Right.
Close the circle
And
first.
that's what a lot of people forget to do when they do Ouija. You have to really go through the process and close it out right, say goodbye, and take it off the board.
After they close the circle, GAC does a full sweep with the SB7 spirit box.
And it's clean.
It's clean. This house is clean. Yeah, right.
Upon reviewing this recorder we left on the dining room table before exiting the home, we discover an unexplained voice, and to us it sounds like "I did not do it," and two other words we cannot make out.
I did not do it. And then you think it says asshole. I did not do it. Asshole. Another amazing GAC lockdown. Thank you, Darren Evans, for opening your old home because you don't live there anymore. Thank God.
Yes.
What a great lockdown.
Amazing.
Zach, take us out.
This investigation confronted us with some very real fears. Upon examining the evidence we collected, our own experiences in a chaotic and disturbing lockdown, our hesitation was justified. We leave this house shaken but resolute in our mission to never back down.
Oh, yeah. GAC. GAC. GAC.
That was an amazing lockdown,
Zozo
man.
Demon House lockdown.
Yeah.
Instant
I'm gonna bite his
classic.
hide. I need to wear his stomach skin like a unitard.
I knew you liked that one. He goes,
I'm gonna bite his hide. I need to wear his stomach skin like a unitard.
That's what happens.
Wait a minute!
Oh, shit. From our theme today, Tropic Thunder. That's what happens.
This
when
is
you
Ghost
smoke heroin.
Adventures. Aftershocks. Lizzie Borden. The name is synonymous with one of the most
Bring it down,
heinous
guys.
crimes of the 1800s, and a location that still haunts us to this day.
In 1893, Lizzie Borden was tried for the gruesome double murder of her father and stepmother.
Well, we know
both
she
found
definitely
dead
did
in
it.
her home, victims of multiple hatchet wounds to the skull.
Just why?
Historically, Lizzie Borden has been erroneously connected to her father's death, even after she was exonerated from the crime. However, previous unpublished letters and court documents have recently been released, disproving many theories and rumors that have been told about Lizzie for decades. The killer is still unknown today.
Let's get into it. Let's get right
To the heart of
of
it.
the matter.
Right, that the
which
whole
is,
interview is about.
Which is Liz, the psychic medium.
Right, and her allegations and claims,
Right.
and just them trying to make sense of it and also be respectful about it, which is very tricky.
Dirty whore. They go back to that EVP
Tell
that
'em
they
about
got.
the girl.
Oh, tell them about the girl. Watching Zach tell Liz how violent they felt in the house at the lockdown that night was really interesting because she's like hearing this. I'm like, you don't understand.
Right.
We wanted to kill. I mean, basically, it's like, you don't understand. Rage.
Nothing personal.
Horrible things I
Yeah.
wanted to do with that axe.
We just wanted to fuck you up, but just saying, that was at the time.
Yeah, so watching that was pretty intense.
Because she probably didn't understand the full extent of it because she
Oh,
was
no.
involved with what she was
No.
going through and feeling.
But what I understood is
Yeah.
history was repeating itself and it was asking the guys to kill the girls.
Yeah.
There are other descendants of the Bordens that have killed people there.
Correct.
So, again, we're talking about land as well.
Yeah.
I like Leanne, the owner of Lizzie Borden House. I like her answer. He's like, you were really freaking me out then. She's like, it's my job. Because, she freaked me out too in
Right.
that interview because she looked crazy.
She still has that twinkly eye
The
look.
demon.
in
Listen,
the
there's no
interview.
way that you can own something like
Right.
that
Talk
and
about
give the
it,
tour
feel
and not
it.
be affected, right, Bobby Mackey?
Wait a minute!
Don't Katichi!
What? Titi!
The tour guide Eleanor talked about how she was sexually touched.
Right.
Everybody's getting sexually touched there, and
She actually got gut punched there by Mr. Borden, she said.
Liz, the psychic medium, was explaining that it was Mrs. Borden that told her
Correct.
that Mr. Borden
About the transgressions
was
of Mr.
having
Borden.
sexy time.
Right.
Because Zach got very serious with her, understandably so, just saying, I want you to understand the accusations that you are making are very strong against a dead person who can't defend themselves. And they've always had that stance.
And he asked the appropriate question. He's like, it was point blank. He said, would you feel that this evidence would stand up in court as psychic evidence, or do you feel not?
Right.
She just felt it very strongly, and it made sense to her, but
Right.
no, it wouldn't stand up in court.
Because that's what psychic mediums do, right? That's their job.
Right.
I don't think that she was asking for it. I mean, that's the question. What she asking? Did she get what she? Because she got sexually assaulted as
Yes.
well, and that's what we all found out here in Aftershocks.
Right, that's very shocking.
Discussing it, she was very upset.
Yeah.
And she was also a little taken back with Zach. Zach showed his feelings on how he's not thrilled about making such strong accusations.
She's just speaking what she feels has been told to her by the wife of Mr. Borden.
Basically, Liz, the psychic medium, said she was assaulted on Halloween night during a seance.
Halloween
She
night
felt-
seance, come on.
In the Lizzie Borden house. Cold drafts.
Yeah.
She suddenly felt like very fearful. She kept doing the seance even though she wanted to stop. And Mr. Borden's face came right to her face. And she felt cold hands on her back
And it
and then
gets
cold
worse.
hands on her legs.
Oh,
and
man.
unfortunately.
Yeah, you know where it's going.
So I started feeling cold hands, and I wanted to quit, and then I went cold from the waist down. I felt frigid ice cold from the waist down.
Okay. Is that all you felt?
That's not all I felt. I felt the most excruciating pain of my life.
Horrible for her.
man.
Leanne, the owner, is just hearing about this for the first time.
And she's very surprised by it.
Hello,
Yeah,
she's doing the show. She's
of
like, this is
course.
the first time I'm hearing
She's
about
like,
this.
that's why she stopped doing seances.
Right.
You know,
she's
she
like, she is
understood.
backing off from it.
Right.
And I'm glad to hear that she's staying away from the house
Yeah,
because, I mean, you get EVPs like dirty whore. You know,
Yeah.
what about when Eleanor said she has to be careful about what she says or she'll be punished?
Yeah.
What about that?
I mean, she got hit, she got punched, and she actually had to leave the house
Yeah.
in the middle of a tour.
She was bringing guests up to Mr. Borden's
Right,
house.
and this
all of a
happened in-
sudden it was like, boom. And she's like, none of this kind of stuff happened before you guys came
Before
here.
JC stirred up some shit there.
While we can't confirm with undeniable certainty that it's Mr. Borden attacking the women who work in the house, it is clear that whoever or whatever is trapped within its walls is deeply and disturbingly negative.
Another great aftershock, Lizzie Borden.
Keep knocking it out of the park, man.
You know how you handle an actor? They whine about anything. You pull down their pants and
Spank their ass!
You
Spank it, Les!
You're a great American.
It's true.
This nation owes you a huge debt.
That's so kind.
Now shut the fuck up and let me do my job.
Wait till my
The GG.
That's from our team today.
It's time for some celebrating. Evolution, revolution. Bring your mic on. My blood ran cold when I big stepped in front of Annabelle. Today is all about our trip to Lorraine Warren's Occult Museum on September 20th for this year's 4th annual Chasing the Medical Video Halloween Special. And facing fears.
Facing a lot of fears, man.
Let's get into it. It was a 6-hour event night, long day.
It's a very long day surrounded by everything, all the energy that was there. And
Well, let's get into it.
all right, so we
How
got out.
long did it take me to get well? I would say almost a solid month.
Yes,
And
I
we'll-
would agree. I mean, you did come into the trip a little compromised.
That's
but-
right. I was getting over a flu
Yeah, but nothing.
and the seasonal allergy. We know.
yeah.
I was surprised.
But
I'm
nothing to
still
warrant what
surprised.
happened.
Yeah, how
Yeah.
physically how long I was down physically.
And just looking at you and seeing how you felt day to day, it wasn't like you have a flu and you get symptoms and you see them kind of working
Right.
through your body.
And I don't get the flu off.
This was like a phantom energy power darkness over you that just seemed like each day it'd be a little different, a little worse, some days a little better, but it just didn't have the same look as an illness. It was just a,
But I was.
yeah,
So
yeah.
we basically figured out, and I just told you, well, this is how I felt. Completely depleted, exhausted, all my energy sucked out of me. And then the second is I felt oppressed.
You look oppressed.
Thanks.
So, no, it's like, you looked oppressed.
But like that following week, I canceled every single appointment I had, right? Because I couldn't make anything.
You were straight down for a week.
Yeah, like, and I didn't have
Laid
a
out.
fever, but I was at times kind of clammy and warm.
Right.
I was not well, and I'm really surprised how unwell. Amityville, okay, my period 2 weeks early.
Right.
But, you know, if you're a girl that's really regular like me, I know, like, you're going to get your period in 3, 2, 1.
There it is.
Like, you're talking about periods?
Yeah.
Yes. So 2 weeks early for me is a big deal.
Right.
And I remember for a day, I felt very depleted, exhausted as well from that trip.
Emotionally and
Yeah, but nothing
energy-wise
like
is drained.
this. This
Right.
was fucking crazy, man.
And of course, nothing happened to me.
Because you're a demon. You were amongst your own kind. You fucking evil bastard.
I was blending in there. I was focused on capturing content there, so maybe I was a little distracted and tuned in too much to it.
We had so many technical difficulties
Yeah.
of no fault of your own.
Ah, thank
My whole what is the thingy I had on me?
The wireless lavalier.
It died like
Instantly.
pretty much instantly,
Right away,
guys.
dead.
All right, so you would have heard a lot more from me,
Right.
like my whole conversation with Lorraine, because
It was
my
out.
shit died. It died once we got in the museum. All right, so let's just get into it. So
Okay.
it's like it was like an hour and a half drive.
Yeah, hour and a half drive getting out there, and we pull up, and it's a well-planned event. They had little helpers there.
Yeah, it was
who
like
kinda
they had
guided
butlers waiting for everybody. Like, drive down here, and they give us the flyer, right?
Right.
Of like what the evening's going to be about,
Right.
and then like the restrictions and the warnings of the occult museum, what to do and what not to do.
Right.
And as everybody saw in the Halloween video special, I spilled a lot of holy water over it right from the start.
From the go, down.
So we're outside. Everybody's waiting outside.
Yeah.
You and I geared up. I already had a rosary on. I had my St. Benedict medal that the Planet Tomac family have that we got from Darkness Radio. And
Me
no,
too.
this is not a plug. They don't even know that I'm promoting their shit.
How bad might you have felt if we didn't take all those
How
preparations?
bad might I have felt if I didn't do all of these precautions?
What?
Like, the holy water and the
Right.
blessing, and I have no idea.
And you
I
were
might
still
be
out.
dead. I know, it's ridiculous. But I faced a fear, several fears.
Yeah.
Tons of animals running around, cats, dogs. It was really cool.
The infamous rooster in the kitchen.
How many people do you think altogether? 30?
I counted roughly probably about 40.
Really?
Yeah,
All right,
it
so
was- it was a
I'd say
little bigger than
between
we
30
thought.
and 40.
Yeah. We all come in, sit down, and we're literally in her living room.
Yeah.
It is a homespun event.
Yeah.
Tony Sparrow shows up.
That's her son-in-law.
Son-in-law.
Who does, what's his show?
Seekers
of the Supernatural,
Right.
which we are fans of, I mean, it's very informational, cool shit. And hey, he had the personality that I heard he had. And that's all I'm going to say.
But it turns out he's the real douche.
Nacho Libre.
I wish him love and light.
Absolutely.
He was a good host.
He
He
was a
had
great
the
host.
thing down. He knew how to entertain.
He's been the host of Ed,
yeah,
Ed and
he's
the Rain
good
for
at that.
years.
Yeah, he's good at that.
He did his hosting. He told us what was going to happen tonight, and then
How long they talked to us? For like an hour and a half.
she comes in. She has a chair in the corner. Again,
You see it in the video
Yeah.
special. We filmed when she came in and, she sat down and she came up and she told everybody, this is my story. This is what
Right.
happened to me. And
Right.
if you want to hear it, you need to watch the video Halloween special.
special.
Yeah, now you get it right.
after all this, then we watch a real exorcism tape.
From a long time ago. Personal footage of their own.
Right.
And then we got all the do's and don'ts for the Occult Museum and specifically Annabelle.
Right.
I was surprised at the vibe. I thought they were going to be cooler people there. When I first got there, I was like we're all in this together.
Right.
Yeah,
We're all holding
and
hands.
honestly,
Yeah,
there
yeah.
was just like maybe a couple of like nice,
Right.
friendly people, like that one woman in front of me who was really nice.
So do you think that they were just apprehensive
don't
and
know.
scared about the environment?
No, I think everybody
Maybe it got to them?
I don't know. I think everybody that was there really was happy to be there.
Okay.
It was really hot.
Yes, true, that's true.
Some people, I think they had their own things going on, like we did. I mean,
Right.
we were trying to experience it at the same time, capturing it for the
Right.
video special.
Right.
They asked everyone, hey, where are you from? Where are you coming from?
Yeah,
People
yeah.
came from far away. And then I'm like, New York.
New York. It's like,
New York City.
like, we kind of walked here, but for the people who drove from California, that's very
What's
cool.
up?
Yeah, what's
so,
up?
yeah, you know, I mean, it wasn't really a cool group of people, but there's a lot going on. But
Yeah, there's a
no,
lot of
there were
energy
some
flying
fucking assholes there, man. Let's just say it, man. It's like, fuck you.
Love and light to everybody. Of course.
Yeah, love and light.
So, after the talk, we get to go downstairs,
Yeah.
and it's lit again. It's just a homespun event. You walk down the steps down under her house, and that's where it is. She lives on top of this.
Fucking crazy.
It's insane. Well, I wouldn't say literally on top. It's down a few stairs, and you walk along the haunted
It's a
passageway.
cave under the house.
Right, but it's a little further out in the yard.
Zach Bagans would totally love it.
So you go through the haunted hallway, which is cool enough as it is,
Yeah.
and it really does set you up well for the
Ed
main
Warren's
attraction.
paintings are in there
Yeah.
too, and you can bump into stuff there.
And you kind of see the smoke coming from the main room. You kind of
They
start
have
smelling
incense
the incense
burning,
Yeah.
smelled amazing.
Yeah.
But it was very smoky in the air, guys. So you had this like darker red lighting,
This crazy music going on.
crazy ass, like you hear it on the video. That music that's playing, we didn't add it,
Right.
guys. It's like, "Rrrr." It was like you're in this haunted house with the
Right.
red lighting that's dark, smoky. It was so disorienting.
It
the
was.
whole
it was.
thing.
From watching documentaries on the Occult Museum, I
Yeah.
felt like it was a larger room-to-room type event.
Right.
It's one circular room, so you're just circling around these demonic things in a
You have to go around several times
Right, to get the look
see
at
everything, right?
Right.
Because everybody's walking around. I mean, it didn't look like everyone's walking around a circle, but that's basically what it is. We went around Annabelle like 4 times before
Yeah.
I got my big stepping
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
I was surprised how fast the equipment died. A couple other people were having technical problems
Yeah.
too, and the guys that worked there were like, "That's what happens sometimes."
They're like, this is par for the
But
course.
our
man.
shit, so my phone was not letting me take pictures, send, tweet, do none of that.
Right.
My
GoPro-
lavalier died immediately.
Right.
And our flashes never worked. Like the pictures that we got, guys, of me, not big stepping, it was big step, but like Annabelle
Yeah.
standing next to her, the flash is, that was from somebody else's, because like
Yeah.
our shit didn't come. Like, thank God we had that,
That
you
was
know?
perfect timing. It was amazing.
Damn.
It was just destined to get that shot
I
of
know.
you terrified right in front of Annabelle, like, hi.
Oh my God. That was so scary.
really doing this?
And my head, hit the case a little bit
Right.
because you don't think that you're that close, guys.
The
And like in
quarters
front
are
of
tight.
Annabelle, they have like this low glass table too. So like I had to step out a little bit.
Right.
It was just to do it. I mean, and it's not like the ground is really that level, guys. And I'm in my high boots. And let me tell you something, man, people looked at me like I was a big asshole because here I am big stepping. I'm being
Yeah.
respectable, but like I'm big stepping for the GAC. You know what I'm saying?
GAC family.
And then people, she's been doing that all night. It's like, fuck, like that's what I was,
Yeah.
surprised about because I'm not disrespectful. I don't like get anybody's way. You
Right.
know, I mean, I'm doing my thing.
I think you were very honorable
She's
about it.
been
You were
doing
very-
that all night. It was getting embarrassing after a while. And like we took the picture so many times, guys. It was ridiculous.
Pitch black
No one's
out.
supposed to be in the Occult Museum after 9 p.m. because that's when shit is supposed to get nuts.
Right.
The whole event started at 6 upstairs. We were up there for like an hour and a half. I don't know, almost feels like 2 hours.
2
And then we
hours.
went downstairs. So guys, like they're getting us out. It's like 8:45.
It's like 5 to 9. They're
Yeah,
like, okay,
I
guys,
mean,
we
like
gotta
they're
go.
they're fucking with us on purpose.
Right.
We got our money's worth. And then we went to the graveyard to go
Right.
see Ed Warren's grave. And it's nighttime. We're the only people without a flashlight. We just didn't think. We haven't been on these paranormal things before.
Right.
So I've got my
Right.
yeah, right, exactly. I've got my non-practical boots on. We
Right.
don't have a flashlight. There are graves on the ground. People are just, I'm like, isn't this sacrilegious
You're
in
just
some way?
walking right over them. Doesn't matter. It's pitch
Tony
black.
Sparra did his shtick there, and then we went and ate some Italian food.
We got to the restaurant last, just because we.
No, we
decided
didn't
to-
get there last.
Well-
We went to the bathroom first. We got in there like, shit, let's hit the bathrooms,
Right, right.
Because bathrooms are hard to come by that day. While we were taking advantage of going to the bathroom, everybody else was taking advantage getting their seat in the other table. So when we came in, everybody was seated. They had to make room for us. I felt like we were in grammar school. I felt like such a dick.
I didn't
But-
realize how family style the seating was going to be. Right.
Well, what happened?
Well-
We're standing up, and who comes in? After a little bit, Lorraine comes in. She's
Yeah.
like right in front of us. Was like, "Oh, Lorraine, hi, it was really nice."
I was like, hi, Lorraine. She's
No.
like, hi. And turns to you, she goes, you have a beautiful and bright aura. And then just walks away.
I know. Boom! That was crazy. I know that we were just standing there lightheaded for a little while, and then finally, like,
was
they made some room for us.
We're like,
us
we need
outcasts.
we need to sit down somewhere. We're chosen last in dodgeball.
That's what it felt like.
In some countries, it's considered a compliment.
What? I'll see you tonight when I go to bed in my head movies. But this head movie makes my eyes red.
Those were politically incorrect from our theme today, Tropic Thunder.
God. There's a priest there.
This priest is on site every day.
He lives on the compound,
property.
right? And he said that he has to bless the Occult Museum once a day, every day, every day. So we were talking to him at dinner because all of a sudden he showed up down in the museum. I'm like, oh shit, there's a priest here.
Right.
And then he was at dinner, so then we got his story. And you were like, hey, so can you really contain it's evil?
His response was, no,
Not
not really.
really.
No, not really.
Not really.
He's very casual and D turns his, hey, listen, can you give us a blessing for the ride home? That was bald, man. He's like, sure, of course he can.
Yeah.
He gave us a blessing.
And I started
Thank
saying,
God.
yes, thank you, Jesus, praise Jesus. He looked at me like, a Catholic.
One of his own.
Fucking A. At the end of the meal, people start asking her to sign shit.
Right.
So I had Demonologist, which I just started reading.
Right.
And I brought my DVD of The Conjuring.
You were talking to her, you had her sign The Conjuring, The Demonologist. You had a gift for her, which she loved very much. And then,
She said, hey, man, you need to protect yourself from demons.
still trying
That's
to
when
protect
she
your
started,
beautiful
and we
aura.
got that on camera. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, she's saying, you need to protect yourself. You feel everybody else. I'm like, yes, I'm an empath. Yes,
She knew.
help me, please. And she was like, this white light. She was like, you must stop it. Don't let them take advantage of you like that. I was like, oh, shit. I was just so far out of my head because I was sitting next to Lorraine Warren.
I could see it.
I know.
I
and
could
she's
literally
saying all
see
this
it.
stuff to me, hoping they were getting it on camera.
Right.
And then I'm like, want to take a picture? I totally believe in Lorraine Warren and everything that she stands for and everything that she does. And
Yes.
anybody that doesn't like her, go fuck yourself.
She is such a wonderful, wonderful light in person.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much.
And she smizes with her eyes. She has the best smile. She has
She's
the
a
smile of,
beautiful smile.
of a girl a quarter of her age.
Nice.
Because it's true.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can say it.
There's a very youthful light and spirit about
Yeah,
her.
schmizing.
Schmizing.
Okay, so did I face a fear? Sixth rule of glam dream pop.
Right to the bottom line.
Right to the bottom line.
Okay.
My fear of being around such evil, demonic things and live. Did I live? Yeah, okay, I lived. I'm waiting for the empowerment part to kick in because
right.
I'm still really freaked out about how,
Ill you were and how much it impacted you.
yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Like Zach in Island of the Dolls. Do you think that helped his phobia of dolls? I don't. I think
No.
it made it worse. But do we need to face these things? Yes.
Right.
It wasn't the same as me going through the haunted house. That's how I found some empowerment. I'm afraid
Sure.
to be the first person or the last person, but
Right,
halfway
right.
through one time, I jumped towards the front of the line, so I'm leading everybody, which for me was terrifying.
You're like,
but
"Come with me,
I
come
know
with
it's like,
me."
oh shit, Dee's leading us.
Yeah, yeah.
Right into the ditch. But we got out. I did it, and I felt the empowerment immediately. We went out for drinks. I was like, it's a celebration, bitches.
Drinks on me.
The bigger the fear, the trickier it is. So it's important for people to face their fears.
Yes.
One at a time.
And yeah, it's
Doesn't
okay,
matter how
right.
big or small. You all don't have to go to the Demon Occult Museum or Island of the Dolls like Zach.
Just start chipping away at them one by one, and the empowerment will come as
Yep.
you reduce the scariness and ominousness. Ominousness?
That's nice.
Reduce the scariness of the fear, so it doesn't keep building and getting larger and larger in your life. It's just something you faced, and you may not, and you probably won't like it
No,
still.
no, you don't like
But you
things
won't
you
be
face.
so
Right.
terrified of it.
Right. What he said.
Took a whole lot of time just to get up that hill. Now we up in the big leagues. Getting out
Turn
there.
it back.
Always
It's you and me, baby.
That's the theme song for the Jeffersons. You really need help.
And just because the theme song don't
Don't
make
make it
nothing.
not true.
That's right.
Wait to my tonight,
Ka-ching! Ka-ching-ching means nothing. But it's funny.
You're going to hear that all through the podcast.
Ka-ching-ching.
What?
That's from our theme today, Tropic Thunder.
This is Glam Dream Pop. This is Glam Dream Pop and Ka-ching-ching. Play.
What's the ninth rule of Glam Dream Pop, D?
Have empathy. Stop bullying your humps.
Yeah.
Ka-ching-ching. People tune in to hear their shout outs and be like, what the fuck is Kachichi? All right, let's stop fucking around. We got a lot of shout outs here.
Here we go.
What's up, GAC family?
Hello.
My Tolmac family member, Melody Carter.
At Pirate Girl 77.
She faced not only fears, but tremendous obstacles.
And distance.
To get to Paracon to meet Zach, and she did it.
She did it.
Bravo!
Yeah, right on, man.
She's my wood nymph. Tolmac family member Callie.
At Black in Blue 76.
My lightning priestess. She took a screenshot of my tweet on the Zozo Demon Extra Pulses. Thank you. Lulu G.
It's at LUPGM5.
She also took a screenshot of my tweet on Zozo Demon Extra
awesome.
Pulses Lockdown. So thanks, guys, because, I didn't record that one and I wouldn't have even known it.
We didn't even know we got on there, man.
Darren Evans. What's up, bro?
At Darren Evans Par #1.
Thanks for opening your home to the GAC and to us for giving us an amazing lockdown at your old home, the Zozo Demon house.
You faced a fear too, bro.
You faced lots of fears. Thank you. Delightful Missy X.
At Delightful Miss XX.
She is a huge Zach Bagans fan.
Can't
And
say
she
it
wants me to tell you, Zach, that you're number one.
number one.
number one. Big fan. And a super duper thank you to you, girl. She not only retweets my Amityville videos, she got Jeff Belanger to respond to the hashtag #GADoTheHouse over on @ChasingDomenico on Twitter.
Got her talking about Amityville.
Holy shnikes!
Shnikes, man.
Jeff Belanger.
That's at the Jeff Belanger.
His response to Delightful Missy X and me was basically, we've been trying to get into Amityville, we will keep trying to get into Amityville, and keep the faith, people. So, boom! Hear that, GAC family? Ghost Adventures wants to lock down in the Amityville horror house, so it will happen one day, and the owners will move, and that's when we'll sneak in there.
Glorious!
Glorious! 2 charities. One, Curly Tail Pug Rescue. That's curlytailpugrescue.org, and that's at Curly Tail Rescue. And also the Wounded Warrior Project, and that's joinwwp.org, and on Twitter it's at WWPINC.
And just a quick word about the Wounded Warrior Project. It's a newer charity. It was established in 2003, and it's just for wounded soldiers from 2001 forward.
Right.
So it's helping the new generation of fighters.
Yeah.
And their mission statement, it's great. It says, we believe that regardless of your politics or beliefs, the men and women in our nation's military have made tremendous personal sacrifices on our behalf and deserve our respect and any assistance we can provide. It's about the warrior, not the war.
Oh, right.
Right on, man.
Monthly, I give.
We are ELE Media New York. We're an independent media company, and we have one brilliant and priceless asset. You! Domenico is a recording artist, and she creates art on all levels. Music, she writes it, produces it, arranges it, and performs it. This podcast, she writes this whole podcast. People think, oh, you're just talking bullshit, and there's a lot of thought and prep and
a lot of
concepts.
pre-production, yes.
It's a lot of concepts. She does graphics, she creates them, she makes them tie in with a bunch of themes and helps people promote, like the Borgias.
Yeah.
Hashtag
Save the Borgias, damn it!
I mean, she is.
I need me some Cesare.
And you're listening to Video Killed the Radio Star by Domenico.
You guys voted for it, you asked for it.
The fan
You
friend
got
said,
it.
do it.
Toyota.
All the music, all the podcasts, all the blog posts you can find on the main website, DomenicoArtist.com.
Everything online is Domenico Artist.
Yes.
Twitter,
YouTube,
Instagram,
Facebook.
You name it,
You're
we
there.
got it. And at DomenicoArtist.com, you don't need any money. Why? Because everything is free.
There's no machine to promote and support independent artists like Domenico. So here we use the buddy system. What is that, D?
You need someone watching your back at all times. So share the music, share the podcast with at least one friend and ask them to do the same. The buddy system. The buddy system. Playa.
Welcome to the goodie room.
And the currency is retweets, shares, and downloads.
Hey, what's up?
How you doing? Calling some time Pocahontas? Got a number?
Yes.
With this?
How about a little of that?
All right.
Go, Steve.
Take away our phones, and you could take away our keys, but you could not take away our drinks.
That's right, because we're like sleeping when we have them.
Why did Steve Butabi stop by the
He
podcast?
stopped by
man?
because this is chapter 4. Here's some
Some
more.
more.
And any Will Ferrell character can stop by anytime because he's the king.
Even Sting
That was
Doug
Steve
Butabi.
Butabi from
Butabi.
A Night at the Roxbury.
Calling us, D. It's calling us.
That's the Inception train
player
saying,
Inception
we
train.
better get ready for the kick to be kicked off of planet Tolmac and
Yes.
out of my dream. But first,
Yes, D.
how awesome is American Horror Story Freak Show?
Interns.
Pretty awesome! Pretty fucking awesome!
They're all
Twisty,
we're all fans
they
here.
just killed off Twisty the Clown. I'm a little bit upset about that. Hashtag, is that weird?
Killing off Twisty.
Coulrophobia, the fear of clowns. I
Scared of
learned
Twisty.
that from one of my favorite horror documentaries, Killer
Yes.
Legends. If you haven't seen it, go see it. And while you're at it, Joshua Zeman's other horror documentary is Cropsy, which I fucking love.
we all love here. We all
You
love
can follow
it.
him on Twitter at Cropsy Legend. Joshua's working on something new.
Can't wait, man.
I think maybe with Rachel Mills again. Not
Cool,
sure.
cool. They're a
They
great
have been
team.
talking about Slender Man a lot. So I don't know, but we will keep you
Yeah.
informed, podcast listeners.
Yeah.
We'll let you know when it's out.
Hello.
It's time to drink again. Yes, drink again. It's a Chasing Domenico podcast drink game. Ta-da!
What a time.
Playa.
Great, man.
Thanks, man.
So this is
That's my little intro. That's why I get paid the big bucks. Playa.
So the interns came up with the drinking game rules.
What was the drink count for the last podcast we did, which episode 39? Let me just, there's some confusion. Episode 40 was the
Right.
4th annual Chasing Domenico video Halloween special, guys.
Right. Just because it was a video special, don't mean it's not true.
Doesn't mean it's not Chasing
doesn't mean
Domenico.
that doesn't get a number in the series. That was number 40.
That's right.
Right. So number 39, we honored The Wedding Singer and we
Yes.
revisited Ghost Adventures Goldfield Hotel.
Yes, yes.
And the drink count was 63 drinks.
All right.
Which is not, but you gotta realize that was the first time that we cut the intro from the drink
right,
count. Right.
Right.
So
You start playing the drinking game right after we get on Planet Tolmac,
Right.
guys. We'll tell you, start playing the drinking game now.
And if you want a little technical, it cut the drink count by 17%. Just cutting off the intro. So that was pretty good.
All right, read the rules.
All right, the rules are they're all one drink.
Bing.
And whenever you hear a quote from our movie theme of the show, today is Tropic Thunder.
Yep.
You hear Domenico say the word fuck. You hear us say.
Just me.
Just you. You hear us say evolution, revolution, and free your mind.
Yep.
Anytime you hear us say mystery clip. When you hear us transport the Tolmac, which sounds like
Drink.
every time Domenico says bang, 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 that's 2 drinks. Bang, 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 that's 3. So it's multiples. And every time Domenico snorts, take a drink. The interns know the rules well.
All right, the golden rule, you cannot say drink, drank, or drunker,
Right.
you must drink. The Planet Tolmac rule is you must play as your party alter ego.
Right.
So,
If I'm playing as Sir Chugs-a-Lot and you look at me and say WT drink, you're fucking drinking a shot of Jaeger.
Throw your hands in the air
if you think you're a player! If you think you're a player, add the gangster rule, which is the drink count to the Ghost Adventures lockdown we did today, which was Zozo Demon House
you
lockdown.
said it! You said it!
I said it!
That's 'cause of the gangster
and I'm
rule.
looking right at you. So go get the drinking game rules to Ghost Adventures
Yeah.
at
drinkywiki.com.
and call the car services, because you ain't gonna make it.
No.
Oh, we'll take care of Jack a lot.
No.
How many more sleeps before she wakes up again? Goodbye, Mama.
Shit.
Now you can have ice cream in heaven. I'll see you tonight when I go to bed in my head movie. But this head movie makes my eyes red.
That's from our theme today, Tropic Thunder. We're all going to hell. We're all going to hell. Jack Ferry saved us from leaving. Now, here
That's
we
Jack Ferry, our tour guide here. He
Yes.
says it's time to depart from Planet Tolmac, the after party.
go. Right. Through Wonderland.
Right, back to Earth, because the after party
party.
is at DomenicoArtist.com. So bookmark
Bookmark
it.
it.
Playa.
All right.
A-ching-ching. Ka-ching-ching.
Wait a minute.
Ka-ching-ching.
That is definitely part of the podcast going forward. Let me ask you a question. question.
Let me ask you a question.
All right, the question is, what movie are we honoring in the next podcast?
Episode 42, we are honoring...
What are we doing, player?
Playa.
Player.
Playa.
Player.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Wedding Crashers!
Turn a bitch.
Don't you fucking talk about me being a mother. I hate you.
Hey, I got an idea. Why don't you just kiss my left nut?
You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
We're taking the fur or the wool from sheep, and we turn it into thread for homeless people to sew, and they make it into cloth, which they in turn sew.
What's this company called?
Holy Shirts and Pants. Holy Shirts and Pants. It's a little corny and obvious, but what do you get out of being subtle, right?
This is going to be a great movie to honor. There's so many good lines.
So you
in there,
have
man.
until the next full moon, which is December 6th, to brush up on your Wedding Crasher quotes.
Yes.
The podcast is posted at 7 p.m. on iTunes, Stitcher.
You can see it at DominiCWartis.com and
And
all
I always
the past
tweet out the links on, and on Facebook.
We make it so easy.
It's real easy, guys, and you can listen to it as many times as you want. It's
free.
It's free.
Mother Teresa put the cigarette butt out in her lemonade.
Now, Burgundy, stop by.
Okay.
We got you loud and clear here, Les.
I see you. I see you.
Loving Les.
Which one of you
fuck faces
is Daniel Tucker?
That's me, sir.
Hit that director in the face.
Really fucking hard. Lead into that.
Say it for me one time.
You
make me happy. Tell you about it.
When no cell phones in 69, man, I'm head to toe legit.
Motherfucker.
Lincoln.
Our asses don't get fragged in this bullshit valley.
What?
First thing I'm doing is paying my $2 so I can watch Brooklyn Busters cherry on a sweet little mama son's dinky dong.
What?
See how agitated he is now? Let's make lemonade.
Let's go to work. When I say that,
Come on, dude. You were shredded in a Julian salad.
I'm a dude. Playing the dude disguised as another dude.
What?
I'm a dude. Playing the dude disguised as another dude.
Right on, man.
Got a good brain.
I think you got a phone brain.
Before she wakes up again. What you getting at with your butt? Spit that shit out, man.
I love that one.
Wait some up. The
Here we go again.
Orphans again.
Yes. This has been episode 41.
Hey, guys, anybody got some bug spray?
Of the Chasing Domenico podcast.
Ka-ching-ching. You stay classy, planet Earth.
Thanks for stopping by.
But mostly...
Everyone can eat shit! Big bag of shit!
Woo!
Jackie Moon laying into it, man.
Don't just have a great night.
Orphans.
Have an American night.
Get back, motherfucker! You don't know me like that! You ain't playing around. Wait some up! The Najee, the Gigi,